1, go.
Hello, my name is Tanya Bennett, and I'm a senior here at LeTU University in the TEACH program. As partial fulfillment for class Spring 2013, Methods of Elementary, Math and Science, I am presenting my thematic unit entitled Patterns in Life, a unit on pattern discovery. First graders will recognize, analyze, describe, and explain repeating patterns, patterns of the seasons, as well as patterns in nature, culminating in a virtual field trip to the San Diego Zoo. Our unit begins with a math lesson, which is entitled Repeating Patterns, What Comes Next? In science, we study the cycle or repeating pattern of seasons. The thematic unit, as far as math goes, includes a calendar board where the students daily begin activities that include a piggy bank. We count the money to determine how much money we have in our bank today, and the amount is different daily because we manipulate the amount of money. Another activity that students do is more or less. Today the number is 84, and there's a bag where students will pull a number and determine, say, 50, whether the number is more or less, and in, of course, that case it would be less. There are other activities on our calendar board that have to do with patterns, which is our theme, of course. Our calendar has an A-B-B pattern that the students guess each day to determine what's going to come next as far as what number or color is being put on our calendar. Another part of the pattern theme is our number line that we create by adding a new sticky note each day we are in class. The pattern, as you can see, begins to repeat. We have 95 here, going all the way down to 105, which is a red heart, just like the 95 that we have here at the beginning. The pattern repeats itself at 96, 106. So, of course, in our pattern, with 97 being orange, 107 would then be orange as well. Some enrichment activities we have for our thematic unit for math is weave a repeating pattern where students select a colored strip and weave it through the slits in the paper mat. This one's been done for us already. We have green, red, green, red, green, of course, and this is an activity that the students will submit, and I will be able to assess whether or not they actually understand the concept of repeating patterns. Another activity is the colored tile repeating patterns, where students use colored tiles to determine or to create a pattern, determining which comes next in their units, and then they glue down the pattern here on this sheet, and they are able to create a A-B pattern, as we see here, and also an A-B-C pattern, which are the repeating units. This is another activity that will be submitted for assessment after math workshop. Here we have the colored paper clip repeating pattern chain. The students use colored paper clips to create repeating pattern with the chains. And here we have a yellow-green pattern, of course. Another math activity dealing with patterns is the dinosaur repeating pattern. Students are able to use manipulatives such as these small dinosaurs to create a pattern of their choice. Well, actually, this is an A-B pattern initially. The instructions say to create an A-B pattern. So the students began this, and then once they created it, then they begin to color. So, of course, the next one in the pattern would be blue, and so on and so forth. The next pattern required is an ABC pattern, and the students are able to use any of the dinosaur manipulatives for that. A fun activity that covers a multitude of curriculum objectives is time. Here we have pattern of time. Students are to select a ladybug clock, and they can do this independently or with a partner. They will read the clock. This one, what time is it? And of course the students will determine what time it is and
to see if they are correct, they will open it up, and of course this one is 4 o'clock. So this is a fun activity that students can do on their own and or as a group. Now, of course, the theme is math and science, so part of the science aspect will include activities that have to do with the patterns of seasons. Of course, we have winter, spring, summer, and fall, and students will participate in various activities that will enhance their understanding and comprehension of patterns in nature. One of our activities is the season sort here. And with a partner, students take turns lifting a season card from a bag here. And they place the card in correct season column, winter, spring, summer, and fall. And here we have some that have been already done. Winter, of course, we have code and play cards that the students are able to manipulate and determine whether or not they are in the right column. That is something that this teacher would be able to walk around and make sure that the student understands what they're doing as well. Another activity that involves literature is Math for All Seasons by Greg Tang, and it's illustrated by Harry Briggs. And this is a really fun book because, of course, it has rhyming words, which themselves are patterns. And also inside the book, there are different activities that the students can do that have to do with math. So, for instance, this one, Not So Dandelions. It is a summer problem. So here we have a summer activity sheet. And this particular one, Not So Dandelions, the children need to decide how many plants are still in bloom. And in this case, we can see that there are several dandelions here, and some are in bloom and some are ready to spread their seeds elsewhere to other lawns. The students use a pen to to perform the activities. In this case, it says how many plants are still in bloom. A perfect lawn, they're sure to doom. So they count by fives the plants you see, then subtract the seedy 3. So that is what the instructions are. And then the students will perform the activities on the paper so that this teacher can go around and see whether or not they, again, are understanding math concepts as they also practice the understanding of patterns in nature. Another activity that we have is the I Spy pattern activity. And this allows students the ability to look at patterns in nature, things that we find in nature, such as this pine cone. And the students would then record what they see and illustrate it in their science journal. This is a lot of fun. My daughter did this activity, and although she's in the 3rd grade, she appreciated being able to look at things that are in nature. Another activity that students can do in the science workshop is to perform computer activities on such sites as FossWeb.com, BrainPop Jr., or Shepherd Software. These are just a few of the plethora of science websites out there that reinforce different science concepts for students, including patterns and everywhere, patterns in society, patterns in nature, and environment. So students can really see that patterns are an intricate part of their lives. This concludes my presentation on the thematic unit, Patterns in Life, a unit of pattern discovery. And I would like to thank my son, Corey, and my daughter, Kaylin, for helping me record this presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.